everybody.
Hello.
See, that can't work.
Thanks for joining us on this last minute live on Sunday. Let me say hi to everybody. Welcome, MTT. Whoa. Where you been, pretty lady?
Honky, honky, honk.
Well, we were talking and I surprised you and told you that I watched that first episode, the one we're going to talk about tonight. And then you were like, well, you need to go back. And I was like, well, how far do I got to go back? Because there's 17 seasons, right? And then you told me
9.
Was it 9? Yeah. Start at 9. So last night, the second I stopped talking to you, I pressed play on season 9 and I've got to, got to start episode 9 on season 9.
And you watched the full last season, which I was like, oh my God. I told you, I'm like, oh God, you shouldn't even have bothered. But
that's right. I forgot about that. So in 2 days, I watched last season because I was like, okay, well, I don't know these people and I need to know.
Yeah.
So I needed to know. But then when you told me that one girl was off, I was like, thank God.
Oh, Noella.
Like, I already have so many opinions about these people.
You can pretty well fast forward through all of, Bronwyn's Beverly Hills, right?
No, Bronwyn was OC.
Yeah. Bronwyn and Kelly, you can just fast forward.
No, I like Kelly. How dare you? I know a lot of people hate Kelly.
Was Bronwyn on this show or Beverly Hills?
Bronwyn was on OC.
Okay, so I did watch some episodes here and there because I've seen her on it before.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
I think she lasted 2 seasons, and it got but she really didn't deliver. Let me say hi to everybody. Michelle, hello. Sheila, hi. Patty S. Wicked Wisdom, not my real name B. Hi, Ruben. Not my real name B. Everyone's gonna be a B from now on. I think I'm gonna have to change everyone into the B's because everyone's got to be in there. LEB, Sheila CAB. Wicked Wisdom, thank you so much. Hold on, I didn't get that far down yet. Terry Talks B, hello. Thank you, Wicked.
You're welcome, my love.
That was a quick roll call. I wish they were all that easy. Like, that was easy peasy. So if you hadn't guessed already, we're going to be covering OC. I wanted to make sure that we caught the first episode before the second one aired. And if you're wondering where Brooklyn and Addie are, it's because they have families and got to go to birthday parties and graduation.
Whatever.
MTT was just at a family event. I'm sure Wicked just came from a christening or something like that. You family lovers,
Yeah, I had to jump off
to him today. He was so funny.
I had to jump off my PJ so I could, make it back to my home state from Miami.
I don't know what you family people do on Sundays. It was so funny.
What are you, a barbecue or a christening or whatever, graduation, a confirmation, you and your families. I have a family
coming up. A lot of graduations coming up here.
The highlight of my day was giving Gracie a bath. Now she doesn't look like an orphan.
So that's why they're not here.
Gracie's my dog.
But we're good. And so I did this now because I know 90 Day is going to start in about an hour and a half roughly. And I didn't want to go live against 90 Day because I'm going to have to watch it because you guys suckered me into another season. And
under protest.
Under protest. So I'm going to have to watch it. And then, so we're going to be doing 90 Day tomorrow night.
You're funny under protest, John. I mean, you're funny a lot anyway, but you're super funny under protest.
Well, I said, if you're going to drag me into another season of this awful show, I'm just going to be as awful as the show is. So that's all.
And on a side note, I read somewhere where Amanda's account was hacked and she's no longer in control of it.
Wow. So some Russian hacker hacked the thing about her husband and all that stuff?
Apparently so, yeah.
It's a little coincidental.
No longer control over social media. It was hacked.
I mean, wow, she's only one episode in so far, and she's been hacked. She's already fighting back. I mean, she's gonna be a fun one.
Didn't another one do that? Well, do that.
Yeah, I forgot.
Got hacked right after too. I feel like this is the thing.
You are right. Was it Tanya? No,
I don't know. Somebody after drama happened, and then it was like, oh my god,
Oh my God, you're right. Who was that?
I can't
And
remember.
they were like, I was hacked. Oh my God.
I cannot recall.
All right. Anyway, we're not here for 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah, we're not.
We're here for Orange County.
Yeah.
So happy to have you guys here to listen to us talk about it.
Perfectly
And
perfect.
we're like in a weird phase because go ahead, MTC.
I found because I'm me and I don't really know the show lots. I found an article, Meet the Cast of the Real Housewives of Orange County, season 17 on People magazine. So if any of you want to learn a little bit more about the cast like I needed to, go there because it gives a little tidbits on each person. It's kind of cool.
Wait, I need my triangle of truth for this. Where's my triangle of truth? Oh my God, I really need to
She's
get
like,
my stuff
oh
together.
my God, she's talking.
Dawn, you need to find your maraca, your triangle of truth.
Listen, I can honestly say, that I love 90 Day Fiance, and I have since season 1, and it's been my favorite show. My whole family knows it, but I can honestly say, since I've been binge watching, I like this much better.
I'll give you the maraca of madness.
Yeah. I wish I would have listened to you last year or the year before when you were saying go listen, and I never did.
And who says I'm not an influencer? I totally converted MTT into being
Addie. You converted
lover.
Addie.
And Addie,
it's such a different way of drama compared to 90 Day. Like, I don't know. It's still like everything's all like salacious and oh my God. And it's still like, a bunch of women. This is like better because it's the women at each other.
And you're just getting your feet wet now. Like you have no idea like what you're about to like get into. So if you are still not a Bravo house, and I'll tell you which Housewives shows to watch because I don't even watch them all because there are some fans.
So what actually really happened was I gave an opinion about Shannon and you didn't like my opinion. And he was like, no. You need to go back and watch. Because my opinion
changed a lot
Shannon,
since
without
she's been
watching
on
the show and just seeing the one episode, I was like, or the last season, I mean, was like, man, they're freaking mean to her. And to me, it seems like she's like a little ditzy and doesn't realize she's doing these things. Like she's being nice. And John's like, no. You need to go back. And I'm like, okay, I gotta go back because I don't know. You gotta change my mind. So far, I still like her. So we'll see.
Well, that's not going to last long. It's not going to last long, I promise you. That's why I started on you season 9 because that's Shannon's first season, and you also get because Heather's still on the show at that point, and Tamra's there, and Vicky. So you're gonna that's why I thought season 9 was a good starting off point instead of starting off with season 1 where like there's like Gina and Tammy and.
Most of the current staffs,
Joe, then they're not even like talked about anymore. So I figured that was
the only person that stayed the entire way. Well, not even there's nobody that was from season 1 that's went all the way.
Vicky was, but then she got fired a couple years ago, but now she's back. And then Tamra started on season 3, and then she got fired at the same time with Vicky. And now because after they fired Tamra and Vicky, the show went. Just like when they fired Bethany on New York. As soon as they fired Bethany, the show sucked. And, thankfully, Atlanta's holding on without Nene.
Yeah, but Marlo brings a lot. Kenya really brings a lot. Marlo brings a lot.
Marlo is the funniest housewife there is. And I love Kenya.
Yeah. I don't know how Portia would do in the mix anymore, but.
Wait, what is going to be me? I just came up with this great interview of Megan Kelly did with Roseanne. At the very end, she says that she felt that they were trying to get her to. Well, you know how I love Roseanne. She's like my second mother. So I'm going to have to check that out. Thank you for send me a link to that because I would love to watch that. All right, so let's get on with the show. I thought for like the season premiere, it was like tame. There wasn't really much to it, but we'll get there. So let me start my other intro, and then we are gonna. Where is it? I gotta get rid of the.
Teeny tiny shots.
She wants so much airtime. I can't with her. Where is it? I'm like, who is purring? Okay, there you go. that one on.
He is. He's fabulous. And he's on the inside.
Pull that one on.
And he's on the inside.
Dun, 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 dun. You got to fix that MTT. MTT, my graphic artist, also, and my thumbnail creator, who does a wonderful job. All right, so Tamra's back. She's on the bike, all badass, right?
You know, I had to laugh because people were like, they added sound effects because it's an electric bike. So it wasn't actually like her motorcycle. It was
So like a Tesla?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know they made electric motorcycles.
Yeah, but they're like, that's not the sound effects for that brand of motorcycle. It's like, okay.
You're muted. MTT, you're muted.
Did I fix it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
So that just made it go from super cool to super lame. They added sound. Why didn't they put her on a real bike then?
She's got like dirt bikes and stuff, but I guess she maybe just purchased this or
I'm like,
Really?
Cody was
Is
like, is that Tamra? Like, she's badass. I'm like, of course it's Tamra. Of course, but I don't even care if it was electric, if they added the sound effects. Like, I don't care if she was like one of those like 80s like push scooters,
the mopeds.
No. I'm talking about one of those old fashioned scooters
Natalie?
like that I had it when I was a
Natalie's
kid. And like not the razor scooter, like that long ass scooter. You know what I'm
Oh,
talking about?
yeah.
the push one?
Yeah, the one that you push what you're,
You could still have those nowadays, John.
do they?
Yes.
It's like the
I got one in
upgrade
my
from
basement.
it's a skateboard with just, like a handle.
Look, growing
Pretty
up,
much.
like my grandparents were like, do you want a bike? And like I wanted to be different. I'm like, everybody has bikes. I want a scooter. And then I regretted that immediately. Because then I would have to have like my friends ride their bikes, and I would be holding on to like, the seat. So I wouldn't have to push. And you can't push uphill either. I mean, so it's just really annoying.
It's a lot of now they've got like electric what is it called? My stepdaughter has one. It's a ride-on thing that's just like two wheels with a platform. What the hell is it called? I don't even know what it's called.
Oh, like the hoverboards?
Yes, a hoverboard. And then we have this contraption that can attach to it to turn it into a go-kart.
Oh, hey.
Well, I want to
Kids-
be in your house playing with stuff. Like what
Kids- It's like it blew out a couple years ago, the hoverboard scene. Now it's died down, I think. I don't really see too many kids with them anymore.
Yeah, that was like
They're
a big
also
thing.
called
Like, remember
Segways.
Angela's like grandkids had like, they were like, and then I tried to get on one, right? Remember that, Cody? Oh, he's gone. Okay, so he's not watching.
You could tell me. 'Cause I hear you. I tried once and I was like, I'm not even trying.
I think I face planted, like I was on it for like 1 second. I went face forward down, and then I went backwards down. I'm like, okay, scooter time is over, or hoverboard time is over for me. I'm good.
Yeah.
And they're
I
like,
just
oh, like,
felt it, how it moved immediately the minute your foot went on it. And I was like, I'm not even trying. No,
they're like,
thank you.
they're like popping wheelies on them, and nope, I'm too old to break another bone. Sorry.
True that.
At our old age, like, I had my arm broke when I was 36, and it took 2 surgeries, a plate, and 6 screws to like heal it. So I'm good. I don't need to break another appendage. Okay, so we find out that Tamra sold her house in Kodo, and MTT, if you don't know what Kodo is, like Kodo is like the
A place?
original development that they all lived in when the show started.
Oh, okay.
And then
An
Vicky
area?
has this insurance agency, Kodo Insurance.
Okay.
So there's that. And then we find out that she also sold a gym, or, with
Yeah,
that because of COVID.
Pet fitness was not kind to, or the pandemic was not kind to Cut Fitness.
And
It also has a CBD business called
oh yeah,
Yeah, CBD.
Vena
and she
CBD.
makes good money off that. And
Oh, I'm
she,
sure she's
and
making bank.
she also has her podcast with Teddy, who's not here, the real Teddy Mellencamp. So
Two
she
T's
makes
in a
good money
pod.
off
That's
that
a
too.
cute name. The name of it's cute.
2 T's in a pod. And speaking
I
of
feel
2
like I'm
T's,
going to like housewives school or something like the last.
We'll
couple
get you
days.
there. We will get you there, girl. Shoot season a pod. Shoot, I lost my train of thought already. Damn it. Oh,
That's okay.
Tamra just said that Teresa is pretty much a POS on
Yeah.
the Shoot Season a Pod podcast. So
The most overrated housewife ever, which I kind of agree with her.
and don't forget that Tamra was with Teresa on the first season of the Ultimate Girls Trip. Oh my God, MTT! There's so much that you have to start watching. You're gonna be so bombarded with just housewives.
Watch, I'm gonna end up canceling my Discovery app. Watch. I'll never.
You
turn
know
it
what?
on.
Cancel Discovery and get the Max
Peacock.
because it's included in on that.
Well,
On the who?
On Max. HBO Max is now just
Oh, I'm in
Max.
Canada. I'm
And
Canadian,
okay.
as John says.
they don't have the HBO Max app in Canada either.
I don't know. I have it like I told you on Hey You that I never heard of before.
Yeah,
Huh.
now they're if you get Max, you get like TLC, HBO, Cinemax, all that. There's like probably 30 different channels. You go Magnolia, so it's like, okay, why am I paying for Discovery when
And
I
I
can get
think it works
Max.
also with Disney Plus and Prime Video.
Yeah, I know like Hulu, you can upload like Hulu and get Disney Plus.
Maybe Hey You is like Hulu.
Maybe it's like the Canadian equivalent.
Could be.
Yeah. I don't know. All I know is I got it now. Free for a trial period and then $6.99 thereafter extra.
It was like 3 months, right?
I don't know.
I think you got to binge all the stuff that you can in those, because we just got Apple TV because we're on that 3-month trial thing too. And so I watch everything on Apple TV. I wanted to watch it for Severance because I was waiting. Oh my God. We just watched Cody, the girls, Yellow Jackets. You guys see that on Showtime?
No, that looks good though.
It's like Lord of the Flies, but with girls. And like
Is it on Apple TV?
that's on Showtime. Oh my
Okay.
God. It's really, really good. Anywho, so back to OC. So then we find out that Tamara's mom had moved in, and they have no problems talking about sex with the mom, and the mom being there, and the mom living right below the daughter's room, and the mom having gentlemen callers over at night.
But she said it sounded like that she was living out in the casita, but then it looked like it's attached to her house. So I didn't understand like where the casita came in and then where the daughter and grandmother's room was.
What's a
No.
casita?
No, the casita is the type like, okay.
Additional dwelling.
No, the casita is like their house style, I thought.
In-law suite?
No, I
backyard?
thought like casita is an additional house.
Maybe the pool house?
Something like that. Yeah, because when Gina was divorcing her
Matt.
husband, she was staying at someone's casita. And I'd never heard of casita, and it's just basically an additional dwelling, an ADU, as they call it in the real estate world.
See, I hear casita, I think of Sister Wives when what's her name? Janelle was like, I want to build my casita, and she was going to build like that casita on like Coyote Pass.
Yeah. And
But they showed the graphic of like the room, like, with the daughter's room, like right.
Yeah. We're going to have to
Maybe
I'm
the
gonna
daughter
Google what a
lives
casita.
upstairs out in the other house too.
I think that Tamra lives in a casita. Like that's the style of like you live in a colonial or a ranch or a cape or like something like that.
A cape.
Okay. A small house or another building is the definition of a casita.
Okay.
Translating to small house in Spanish, a casita is exactly that. So, tiny house.
like I live in. So I live in a casita. Okay, good to know. All right, so then we see, Shannon and Emily. Hey, MTT, what are your thoughts on Emily, since you're like a new viewer?
So based on last season, and then that's all I got of her that I've watched so far, I like her the most out of them all, I think. But I just think that's mostly because I think she's hot. Like, I think she's really beautiful, her. But I also think she has a big mouth so far. Like, she doesn't know how to just shut up. When somebody tells her something, she has to go tell the next person. She plays the telephone game right away. So I don't know. Like, it's hard because they each have their own personalities. But I would say out of them all, I think right now, based on the little bit I know, I like her the most right now.
Wow. Okay, you really got to start watching these episodes in triplicate.
So I'm going to take time on
Give her a season or
Who
two.
do you think I will like the most then? Who do you think I will like the most?
Who do you think MCT will like the most out of Vicky, Tamra?
I'm not into the shit disturber liar person. I'm into the
like
non-gossipy person, the nicer.
everybody likes Tamra.
I think you like Vicky the most.
Well, everybody likes Vicky too.
Because Vicky,
I
you
see a
know,
little bit of her, and I do like her so far. And the whole her doing the snoring thing after people were talking, every time someone is talking to her, and she pretends she's sleeping and snores. I was like, oh my god, she's fucking hilarious. I mean, friggin' hilarious.
well, I like what she said about the yoga stuff, but we'll get there in a second. So, Shannon and Emily are dog walking. What the hell did I write?
Arthur and
I think Archie just
Arthur?
died.
Archie.
I think Shannon's dog Archie just passed away.
What?
I could be
No, I thought it
wrong.
was Tamra's dog died.
Ouch.
No. I'm thinking about an Instagram post Shannon did, where she said that I could
But
be
on
wrong
the show, it was Tamra's dog that died. Right?
because I have not been, in the gossip as much as I'd like to have been lately. But I remember seeing that Shannon lost Archie, but I could be wrong. I know Archie ran away.
I know, yeah, he was lost for a while, but he came home.
Or something like that, and then they got him back.
Maybe it wasn't Archie. Oh wait. Nope, that's not it. I saw Archie there. All right, just forget what I just said. So then you see Emily and Tamra. They're talking together. Shannon.
Was that when they were talking about whether or not what's the other one? Shannon's changed or not?
Right.
Still the same?
Yeah. And Shannon, was well, Tamra got fired. I mean, Shannon couldn't wait to say it, right?
Yeah, I found that weird that she was like, "Why did you guys stop talking?" Well, she got fired.
And to put some light on that, because I do remember that, like when Shannon, when Tamra and Vicky got fired, they were pissed because they were on the show for Vicky since pretty much day one, Vicky since day one, Tamra since season 3, and they carried the show all these seasons, and Shannon did ghost them because. And I don't know, who on Bravo thought out of the 3, Shannon was the one to keep.
I mean, if you fast forward, that's when, Shannon was going through a lot with, divorcing David and a messy custody battle. And then, I mean, hell, this season her boyfriend films and then breaks up with her.
Yes, I was right.
Oh, I read that too on that little People magazine thing. I was like, what?
Yes,
Breaks up with her right after filming.
And people were like, I was shocked. They seem very loving. They seem very compatible. And then he waits until after the season to break up with her.
Well, did he get paid for being on the show too, or did only she did?
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure they give him a little bit. I mean, not like Jersey, but they should have like a Jersey house husband. I would totally watch that.
Oh yeah, that'll probably be soon because the house husbands on Jersey have this connection that no other franchise has.
Maybe they should do like a ultimate guy trip with some of the house husbands.
But they tried that. I think we were watching Beverly Hills, and I can't wait for Beverly Hills to start. Oh my God, that's your next assignment, MTT. You need to catch up on Beverly Hills because that show.
She can't keep up with.
Well, no, she can't. She just watched 2 seasons in one goddamn day. She can do this.
Listen, I'll tell you, it could be done, guys. You just love doing everything. So, I washed the dishes, I did the floors. The only time I had to pause was when I vacuumed because I can't hear. But what I would do is just put my phone as close to wherever I was doing things, and if something I couldn't do that the first episode because I had to learn the voices. As soon as I learned the voices, then it's okay because you could hear it all, right? I just look every once in a while. So I didn't sit and watch every episode. Listen, I lived life. I cooked supper. I barbecued. I did all kinds of stuff.
And we have another convert that I converted.
Yes.
Barbie says, "Damn it, I'm late listening from the beginning. I only watched Beverly Hills because of John. Then I got sucked into New Jersey because of John. Then MC got sucked into OC. I'm going to have to binge. Listen, influencer.
Start with episode 9 or season 9.
Influencer right here.
Mhm.
Andy Cohen, you hear that? I mean, look how many people I got to watch 90 Day over the years. So, Beverly Hills.
This is
Barbie, if you're going to watch it,
way
start
better.
on season 9.
This is like, I'm sure some of it is also scripted fights too. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely more reality than 90 Day by far.
Oh,
As you've seen last night.
Yeah.
The live that you never told me you were going to have.
Well, I want you to watch. Well, MTT asked me, she goes, so what should I need? What should I watch? Should I watch Jersey and catch up with that? Or should I watch OC? And I said, despite how much I love Jersey, it's over for this season. So,
yeah.
Start watching that later and focus on OC. And because, Beverly Hills should be starting soon. I would
They
think.
said, I thought
I have a
around
question.
later,
I-
December, they said.
When?
December, not till like December.
Okay, then you have
That's when it
time. Go ahead,
comes out?
MTT.
The flashbacks. Like I noticed they do a lot of flashbacks. Does that happen throughout like every season? They're constantly flashing
They
back to,
do.
like, prior fights to like show when the person did
Yeah,
whatever.
because the editors on Bravo are shady. Like they
They're so shady.
they like to point out if the
Well,
person
obviously
is,
that's
I
on
didn't say
purpose
that. No, they'll
make
show you
you-
exactly where she said it.
watch more.
Well,
I love
Shannon will say, I never said your house looks poor. And then flashback to 3 years ago, Shannon, oh, her house is poor looking. Like that. And that production always does that. It's great.
Oh, I love them.
It's
Even
a
during the
very
reunions,
different
they're shady.
Experience from
Oh, yeah.
90 Day for sure, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far. Very much
Good.
so.
See?
Yep.
That makes me happy in my inside.
Yay!
It does. It does make me happy. And if I can get everybody else to convert from TLC to Bravo, listen, still watch your TLC
Listen,
shows, but
Everybody knows there's like certain cast members on 90 Day that you would fast forward through their segments because you couldn't handle them. You were just
Right.
like, what is happening? Like skip, and you'd skip through the segment. Like everybody's got a couple that they skipped throughout 90 Day. Come on. So I feel like on this, you don't have to, like,
Yeah.
you don't need to skip because
and it's
so,
consistent too. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just find this much more gratifying than 90 Day. I started with Housewives, so
I finished an episode and got to the tell-all, and it was like time. I was going to bed, and then I realized the next episode was the tell-all, and I was like, "Damn it!"
wait,
What a bed.
on Bravo?
Yeah, on the OC's last season when I binge
Oh,
watched
on the
it.
reunions, yeah.
Yeah, when I got to the reunion, I was going to bed, but I was watching as I was getting ready for bed, right? And then the episode ended. I didn't realize it was going to end then. It ended, and then it was like up next, and I was like, I'm going to bed. Why does it have to be? I didn't even want to go to bed right away. I was like, damn it, I'll watch it when I wake up.
And you've been watching the Jersey reunions now.
Yeah, I watched
And,
that too.
And on Bravo they call them reunions. On TLC
Okay.
they're tell-alls.
Okay.
I hate to be a Heather Dubrow and correct you, but that's the lingo. On
She's something else. I like her though. I like her. I like that the personalities are all so different, and Heather is definitely in a class of her own.
Heather should never have been on OC. She should have been on Beverly Hills.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
she
I really
that.
love it.
I mean, her money. Heather has more money than all of them combined, times 100.
I
Oh.
also read that she sold her house and now lives in a penthouse or something in the city.
Yeah.
So how
They're
do
Wait,
you
downsizing.
Heather sold the
Chateau Dubrow? Or
it's gone.
Chateau Dubrow?
yeah, she sold it.
Yeah,
He said they got an offer that they couldn't pass up, so they're downsizing, and now they're in the penthouse of something,
in LA, a penthouse
which
in
looks
LA.
just as enormous as the
the house. It's
So
probably like a
Heather's
2
giant
floor.
house is sold.
yes,
The new one that she just built.
correct.
Ay, 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 ay.
That was
Okay.
crazy to me. hearing that, like just reading that, going, what? I just watched the episode where she showed it, and she was just did the land party, the friggin' what was it called? The friggin' hoedown or whatever. And
Yeah.
when she turned up the speed on the friggin' riding bull when Tamra went on it and Tamra went flying off of it. And then she
Wait,
pretended
Teresa,
like
what
she
did you
didn't
say?
do that.
Hi, John and panel. Not a fan of anything, but will not miss your lives or damn. We're talking about OC right now.
OC, yes.
Oh,
Sorry.
thanks, Teresa.
I'm
That's all right.
talking about how different 90 Day is to OC because I'm a 90 Day fan girl, not a
Yeah.
housewife.
But you know what? I do have to say that Heather came up with a good point when she was talking to Gina, like, hey, why aren't you inviting me out? I thought this was a two-way friendship. And I mean, yes, Heather is very wealthy, but like Heather will, I mean, she did what's the Mud Runner? They did the Mud Runner one year.
With Tamra, yeah,
With
because
Tamra and Eddie,
and
and
Tamra are doing it. Yeah,
so it's not like she doesn't like to go to those events. She just will.
I actually did a mud run.
Did you really?
The Spartan one that Eddie and Eddie and Tamra did. I did. I didn't finish, but it was fun. It was like 11. I was much more fit and smoked a lot less back then. So
Mud
and
runs here are done on machines like quads.
no, like it's like you have to like it's a mud. You get to like
Like a
climb
running thing in
walls,
obstacle
and it's like an
Yeah.
obstacle course. It's a lot.
Okay. Yeah, that.
Yeah, it's kind of like
I'm really sorry I keep
American Ninja
derailing
Warrior
your
meets
talk about
Mud.
the show.
yeah.
And and to
He's
what
gonna
you just-
fire me before he hired me to be on this panel because I keep derailing it.
No, because you're the first person to derail one of my lives. Yeah, okay.
I'm a chatterbox. You know that. You have to wheel me back in all the time.
You'll have to wheel me back in all the time. So you should. I go on my tangents, honey, and I don't think you're on a tangent at all. But Gina was like, "Well, what am I supposed to do? Invite Heather to like this dive bar, which she won't go to." Meanwhile,
That's
she's
not
on.
true. Like Heather's went to when Shannon's daughter was doing her little singing debut. Heather went.
But does Heather make comments before, like
No.
prior to this season, about places that are like less than her taste?
I don't think so.
Thank you, Wicked. Oh, my horn's broken. So you get a little half horn.
Oh
Sounds
my.
like me. This is me these days. Look, my horn's broken. It doesn't have the thing.
Oh no, we're gonna have to replace that.
I have one maraca, a half a horn. The Triangle of Truth was probably kidnapped from my house. I don't know where that is.
You've got your little
You got
meditation thing.
Why are you losing? Your
I don't know. I got the bell.
Maybe you should need some a
cubes
drum.
in your life.
Maybe we should just buy you like
Maybe
a
you need
drum
some
kit.
cubes to organize.
Oh
all
God,
your
no!
things.
Don't send drums here. A, we don't have the room, and B, Cody will divorce me.
And the
That's for
neighbors
sure.
might
What,
He
what
will
about like a little
totally leave.
compact drum, like a steel drum?
Oh my! A steel drum. Lord, I have my keyboard here.
Oh, gotta be me. It's because I believe
Go ahead.
it's set up so you can't share links. Only the mods can share links. I think that's how it works. That's why it's not showing. Maybe.
Oh,
Just
look,
send it to us IG in a message.
Green. Okay, so but I liked what Gina said because Gina, they showed the flashback. MTT, they're always going to show flash of Heather's private
Well, that's good for me.
jet, and Gina was like, "Wow, not only do you have your private jet, but you have gold seatbelts."
Gold
like
buckles everywhere.
yeah.
But I mean, like, are they really gold? No, they're probably just.
Oh, I think they're
Look-
gold.
And was that a rented plane or their?
No,
plane?
that's their plane.
So they weren't kidding on the prior season where she was saying, "If I win this at the horse races, I'll buy you your plane or something," and then they won.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
I
their
think she and Terry go to Mexico a lot. I know that they were going to buy a house down there. So
Did
I
you
think Terry
He went
travels quite a bit for
to-
work.
Well, he's on Botched,
Yes.
so I mean, they have more money than God.
They do.
That's why they need to be on Beverly Hills and not
Yes.
OC.
And
But-
then Heather was an actress, so
Well,
I mean, she is, not Meryl Streep by any means, but she
she's
has
done
more
like
credits.
some stuff on TV, an episode here, an
Listen,
episode
I didn't even
there.
know she was an actress, so she can't but
Yes.
dude.
She was on
I
an
enjoyed
episode of Hawaii Five-0, I
And then
think.
Hot in Cleveland, she was on an episode of, but like I think she maybe did like a couple of things back in like the early 2000s where like she shot a pilot and it like did 10 episodes, but she's no.
Yeah, no, I mean, she couldn't retire on what she's made from acting.
No. And she's like, I'm so happy to be back in the acting gig. Like, okay, whatever, Heather. I do like Heather, and I don't, because I like her uppiness sometimes, but then it gets annoying.
I
So
think Heather wants some friends because I think that what I gather and what I see is like her personality is so overbearing that her friends are her friends just because they're on a TV show together. That's how I feel. I feel
well, so Gina's saying like, I'm going to stop by, and Heather, and Heather goes, well, I usually don't get people to stop by. I mean, it takes three
With
gates.
my
to get
three
into
gates.
my 3 gates to get into my house.
Yeah.
We don't like pauper buyers. That's why we have 3 gates into our house.
Yeah, that's why we're building this house so nobody visits us. Instead on the other ones.
And like you have to pass the Trojan horse and like the guy with the riddle. I see getting to Heather Dubrow's house it's like never ending story. Like Atreyu or whatever his name was. He has to pass like the riddle of the Sphinx and like do all that. Like that's how you gain entry to Heather Dubrow's house. Is how I see it in my head, right? Like I mean that's how I see it. I don't know. Was Atreyu like the winged horse thingy or the name of the boy? Cody. Who was Atreyu, the boy or the dogged horse? Who was Atreyu, the boy or the dogged horse?
My hubby's
All right.
yelling it from downstairs. He said the horse. I can
No,
hear him in the basement.
listen, Cody's totally outside my house talking to the neighbors. I'm like honeymooners opening up my window. Alice. Like that's what's going on right now.
I
So
can hear mine from the freaking basement. yelling. Oh, he said it's the boy. Now he said it's the boy.
It's
He's
the boy.
coming up the stairs to yell, it's the boy.
And he's outside talking to my neighbors right now. I'm like, hey Cody. So there's that. Okay, so
I love that movie too.
I do too. All right, what time is that? I'm gonna check. Oh, it's 7:12. Okay.
Sorry.
All right, so
We're after.
okay. So is Emily like a stay-at-home mom now? Did she give up her practice?
I think she's concentrating more on
Hey
pro
Teddy.
bono work. She's really into the whole Project Innocence, so she's focusing more on that. Where Shane finally passed the bar, and so I think she's like pseudo stay-at-home
Falcor.
mom.
That's the name of the horse. Sorry, that was really bugging me.
It's
It
okay.
came in my head. It was Falcor. Atreyu and Falcor. Go ahead. Sorry, keep going. Like
No, that's okay. So I think she's doing more of the stay-at-home mom, and then more of the Project Innocence, where she's not the day-to-day attorney.
remember in the Neverending Story, like when his horse like got like eaten in a swamp? Like, did everybody not cry when that happened?
Never seen it.
Oh, wicked.
You never seen the Never-Ending Story?
Mm-mm.
Wicked.
I'll have
I
to
mean,
watch it.
it's so corny, but like you have to watch it.
Like cornier than a Hallmark movie, or just like as corny?
It's a
There's like a flying looking dinosaur dog thing, so you have to have a good imagination.
Okay.
it's like a 1984 movie that was like supposed to be like super futuristic and kind of like Princess Bride, but a lot more cornier than that. I don't know, but it's a great movie.
All right.
Sorry. All right, so Emily's doing that because Shane finally passed the bar. And MTT, if you didn't know, Shane, Emily's husband, failed the bar how many times? Like 7, 8?
Yeah.
Well, I see
California bar is
I see
apparently
last
the
season.
hardest bar.
No, the New York bar is
New
the
York?
hardest.
Well, I've heard that the California bar is one of the more harder bars.
Yeah, they said that last season. I seen
Yeah.
that. But
Oh, look at you! Look at you, MTT saying, "Oh, they said that last season." You.
But I think that if she was like low key making fun of him, that's what that all sounded like to me. That it took him so long. And then when he was getting sworn in, he was like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to break that down a little bit more for me. You don't know what you're talking about." I was like,
So Emily's like first few seasons, like Emily, Shane, and Shane is a little like, I don't want to say he's like, like what Mr. Roper would say about Jack, but he's definitely very effeminate.
He's very vanilla, and not even vanilla bean. We're talking like artificial vanilla.
And I know Wicked doesn't like Kelly Dodd, but wait, MTT, when Kelly comes on and she has this big fight with Shane. Oh my God, a lot of people don't like Kelly, but Kelly brought it.
She did. I mean, she was a great cast member. I just think when Kelly went for you, she went for the jugular.
Amen, sister. You know
and
what?
It just, sometimes it went too far.
I can empathize with her, with people who
apparently
you
can. Yes.
Badly of her, and then she didn't start the fight, but she finishes it. So,
but then she also, she's still talking about the people, and it's like, you said you hated this show. Why are you still talking about it? For clicks and views, unlike other things in this life.
Correct. All right, so flash to Heather's house because she has an elevator. I mean, like, obviously.
Are you really going to walk up all those stairs? Come on.
I mean, because everybody who had like stairs and the same surgery, how did they get to their bedroom? Like,
like MTT will find that like when Heather finally gets her shower, or not her shower, her closet built, that she has a champagne button. I don't know.
I seen that.
Yeah, I don't know who brings it, but hey,
Jeeves.
Yeah,
that's Alfred, maybe from Batman. I'm sure she has enough money to hire him. Benson, maybe.
You never know.
See, when I seen her sitting there with her assistant there, I was like, she wants to quit. Like, no.
Oh, I could not imagine working for her. And then, Gina comes over. She passed like the riddle of the Sphinx, the 3 guard gates, the troll. All she had to battle the Minotaur.
She probably has to go over a moat.
That too, the moat, all of that. They're talking about like the dorm rooms because Heather's very progressive. I think all 4 of her kids are like in the LGBT umbrella. I think.
I don't think the oldest.
I don't think Nick, her son, is the oldest with the twins. I don't think he is.
And they were showing like, the pictures of his dorm room, and she had it like, on screen. And like, me and Gina's from one town over from me in Long Island. Gina's from Long Island and grew up in there and lived there until she moved to OC because of Matt. But she's a Long Island girl. So I was laughing at what Gina was saying because it's so goddamn true. Like now, and like, you guys have kids that are dorming now, and like, do any of you?
I have to go buy the extra long twin sheets because apparently they don't have just. And then my toaster got confiscated because you're not allowed to have any open coils, and we had a microwave, and that was a huge no-no. But so we put books on top of it and called it a bookshelf. Well, so like our RA would come in and be like, "Hey, can I borrow your microwave?" Yeah, sure. It's a bookshelf.
Like Gina was saying, like, listen, I went to Bed Bath & Beyond, and like, that's how I got prepared. And like, I went to the same Bed Bath & Beyond she did.
Posters on the wall, and
the one on Route 110. Like, I know exactly where she went because everybody in our area went to that place to get ready for college. And yeah,
I went to JCPenney because that was like before Bed Bath & Beyond, and they were the only place that sold extra long twins.
I just think that that's Heather's way of being able to decorate something else. Like she has that need to want everything her way and to like get everything structured and taken care of. That's just her nature to like do everything and to have it ready. Like she's probably gonna send some assistants there to set it all up. I don't think she's gonna. Just by the way, like those plans were looking, I was like, damn. Listen,
But like it
my
also
best
looked like
friend's kid went
he
to-
wasn't sharing a room with anyone.
like you can look at pictures of the dorms and stuff. My friend just went through it with her daughter, but like to go as extreme as she's going, like planning it all out and stuff. I feel like why aren't you letting your kid do it?
Yeah, like that's you
Like,
should
hey
be doing
mom,
it.
can I pick my comforter for my bed that I'm going to be sleeping on for like the whole school year? That's what I'd be
He's
saying.
also a guy, so he may not care.
I care. Well, I'm also gay, so I don't know. But like but I went to my my local Bed Bath & Beyond on Route 110 in Melville. I don't even think it's there anymore. Didn't they all go out of business now, Bed Bath & Beyond?
They're on the verge. Some of them do.
So, and I took my 20% off all coupon that everybody has from, and I got my comforter, like my little bathroom cozy, whatever you needed, your sheets and stuff like that. And I was laughing, and Heather was talking about like how this dorm has like laundry service. What? Huh? What?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, that's a thing. There's a lot of kids that don't know how to do laundry.
I wonder what school they're going to.
I didn't do a load of laundry once before I went to college, but you learn. Like you're there to college to learn. So
well, I guess you lived with your grandma, so your grandma took care of you. She was doing it all.
She did my.
And it was all neatly folded at the end of your bed when you got home.
Actually,
Don't tell me she put it away too.
No, actually,
if you tell me she put it away too, John.
No. We didn't have a washer dryer in our house, so our laundry got like sent out.
Oh gosh.
Well, not sent out. We had to go to the fucking laundromat and wash it ourselves. So like
that's not sent out. That's totally different than sent out. A laundry
service. We went to the laundromat. I was like middle class, but like we didn't have a washer dryer in our house, so we would have to go to the laundromat. And so but like I didn't do anything. She went. I stayed home, and that was that.
So Nick is going to Loyola Marymount in Los Angeles.
I guess they have a laundry service. Like, do they have valet parking too?
Probably. I don't know. It doesn't say where the daughter went.
But Heather was right when she said, like, when she went to college, like, and doing laundry at the dorms, like, you would have to, like, do it at, like, 3 o'clock in the morning when nobody else was, like, there because it was so impossible to get, a washer. And you had to pay for, like, the laundry. Like, it wasn't free.
Yeah, no, it was, I think, maybe 50 cents or $1. I can't remember.
I
was
actually
not free.
heard that it's, like, $3 or $4 to do wash a load and just as much to dry now at a laundromat.
Yeah, we had to pay. We had the option of cable, but we had to pay for cable. Now they get it automatically.
Keep talking. Go ahead.
So it says that on this the Heather Dubrow thing on People, it says her two eldest, Max and twin brother Nick, 19, also left for college last fall. And in March 2023, Dubrow revealed her 12-year-old son Ace was transgender.
Yeah, Ace, who used to be Coco.
One of the reasons she stayed on the show was to connect with other people supporting LGBTQ plus family members and telling people, I feel like our purpose is to keep those conversations going in other families.
Yeah, I mean, she does a fantastic job. I mean, I think I'm pretty sure that Ace was formerly Coco. And when she came out,
that would make sense.
Both of her,
that would make sense.
I mean, both of the whole family was like, okay, let's do this.
I don't want to
love you. And that's how it should be. You're frozen, MTT. Oh, she's still frozen. Because I was saying this the other day, since I'm the only one talking right now. I've never figured out.
Here I am. I'm back.
That's okay. I've never figured out why people have such a, it's like, I have family members who are gay, and I love them growing up. I love them now. And, when they came out, I still love them. I don't get what the big deal is, but maybe that's just my way of thinking, apparently, because lots of other family members turn their back on them.
I have no idea what happened. I got kicked out. Something's wrong with my computer.
You're good.
But yeah, laundry was not fun. And she was right, and then people would take your wet clothes out, and if you didn't get there in time, you'd have a giant heap of wet clothes sitting right on top, and I did that to people. So I was like, okay, this bitch is 5 minutes late. Fuck her. I'm gonna do my clothes now. So, and I would just put her stuff on. I mean, everybody in college did it.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that's what you did. Oh, I miss college. Okay, so sorry, we're in season now, so you're gonna hear all this stuff out my my window. Okay, so then we meet the new housewife Jen, who looks like the old housewife Jen, like Dr. Jen.
Right. And her husband's name is also Ryan, but the last one was Ryan because, he didn't like Ryan. It was too ordinary. And Ryan seemed like a fantastic choice of names.
Right. So we have a new Jen and Ryan. And you watched at last season MTC. What did you think of Dr. Jen?
Boring.
And that's why she's gone.
And not engaging enough with anybody. It was like she was, I don't know, too preoccupied with her life probably to be on that show.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
her best scenes were when she was drunker than a monkey at Heather's, dinner party, and her husband's like, "Stop! You need."
And
to
now they're
stop
divorced. I'm pretty sure. I think.
Okay, so this new Jennifer, she's got the weirdest story ever.
Yes.
Oh
So
wait, you think this is weird?
Oh well, it's not that it's weird. It's not like you don't see that every day. I think it's
explain.
Cool and
Tell
awesome.
us.
Well, so she apparently, I don't know her from before, so I have no idea who she is. But apparently, her ex-husband, I guess she cheated on him in the past too. That comes out. She cheated on him. They divorced or whatever, but he still works at the family business or something, and lives in her hometown. And then when he comes to see their children, he stays in her house and she goes to her boyfriend's. So I thought that was crazy because there is not too many people that
I think it's very LA.
That are what's
Really? Because you know what's ringing in my head right now? Dolores Catania.
Yes.
That's the weirdest of the weirdest of situations. So
yes.
Yeah, for the new boyfriend to be like, "Can I move his jacket, or his shoes, or whatever?"
That was annoying. I was like, okay, that part was stupid to me. But
I thought that was
Dolores,
weird. But that is definitely not the norm. Most couples that split up don't get along anymore.
Right.
That's
There's
the
a reason
norm.
you divorced them.
Yeah, yeah. But like she said, I guess she said at the beginning it wasn't all nice, but it eventually got nice. So in a way, kudos to her, because I'm sure the kids are happy with seeing their dad and their parents not fighting, and the whatever other partners they have. If everybody's getting along, the kids are going to be happier. Plain and simple.
There's no stranger relationship that Dolores has with all of her exes. I think they all live in a commune. Dolores is a baller. She has two men at the reunion on her side.
True.
Frank is living with David, which is her ex-boyfriend still.
What?
Yeah. That's super weird.
And now, Dolores, she's had 5 houses built for her in the last 2 years. Dolores is a baller, man.
I think
she really
Dolores
is. Move over,
absolutely
Teresa.
beautiful. She is strikingly beautiful. Her
Dolores.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Dolores. She's got a good heart.
I like her personality too.
Yeah. She's very easy. I love Dolores, but
okay, but we're supposed to be talking about OC.
I'm just saying, if you want to talk about weird relationships,
728.
Dolores takes the bait. Takes the cake,
John.
rather. I just sound like Teresa. She's fresh. She's a yawn of fresh bacon.
So where
so
are we?
easy.
Are we still at the beginning of the episode? We need to like fast forward a bit.
All right, so Gina. Okay, so we meet Jen and blah blah blah. Then we see Heather, Gina, and Tamra playing pickleball with each other, and they're talking about Shannon. And
Just hit the ball.
I mean, I played tennis my whole life. I've never played pickleball. So I don't know. It seems like
Interesting.
I'd rather play
Something
tennis.
new for us Canadians.
So then we have like the next scene where they're all doing yoga, and I loved Emily's comments on this because I'm not. Are you guys yoga people?
No, not really.
And everything Emily said was on par with how I thought. Like, she's like, I don't do this yoga thing. Like, they all drive like Subaru Outbacks. And like, I was
that was
dying
like a
when
very
she
big
said that.
stereotype. When she said that, I was like, do yoga people drive those?
I
So
love
I guess
that.
there it is. There's like a type.
Can I tell you how much I hate her tagline this year?
What is it again?
Something about it's a throwback to last season when they're working out and they're in a sauna and she's like, give me she's taking out a turkey
with the turkey
sandwich.
sandwich.
Oh, and she had the turkey sandwich in the sauna.
Yeah.
She
And
was
so
like,
now it's like, something about giving her a
Detox.
taco. I'm like,
We're
seriously,
detoxing.
that was the best that you could think of.
That was my favorite Emily moment, though. They're in that hot.
It was
sauna.
great.
And Emily
But-
like whips out like a $5 turkey footlong from like Subway, and she's like, "Anybody hungry?" She's naked in a towel eating this turkey sub.
thought we were supposed to be
In the sauna.
detoxing. She's like, well, it's turkey. That was the best. Yeah.
I'll tell you exactly what it is.
I loved Emily, and like I've not been Emily's biggest fan.
Yeah.
But
If you want to waste my time, at least hand me a taco.
Yeah, but like all the Housewives taglines have been shitty as of late. Like I'm not been
Do they
impressed
make
with
them
any
up
of them.
themselves, or does like a producer hear them say something
Well-
and then they're like, "Oh, you sounded whatever when you said
Like
this,
9 out of
this,
10
that."
times production comes up with it, but they can make their own. Like you'll see now MTT, you're gonna have to start following Housewives, right? And like good luck. And then you'll see Housewives ask, we need a tagline, I want some ideas. Like Lisa Renna used to do it all the time.
Oh, I have another question. You know how there's that like after show thing? I've watched it a couple times. I don't know what it's called. It with New Jersey.
It's just an after
Watch
show.
What happens live.
No, it wasn't Watch What Happens.
No,
Live.
it's
It was
on
something
Bravo,
else.
on the Bravo app where they're talking on the after show.
Wow, MTT, I don't even get that involved with that. Wow.
Listen,
Look at
you know how
this.
I have to make I know it because when I have to make pictures or whatever, I usually, if I need a scene picture, like today you were like, oh, I get so and so doing whatever, and I was like, oh god, am I gonna find that? So I go to the Bravo page on YouTube and I look for a video, but then that's where I noticed it. Is that on there is they had this like
It's only,
after the episode
most
kind
of them
thing?
are only like under 10 minutes and they're kind of like giving their opinion or a recap of the show. So
yeah,
kind of
it's
like
like
the
little
low talk,
recaps.
but
It's like they
a very
all
condensed
dressed up
version.
and-
Can you watch What Happens Live, MTT, like on that app that you have there?
Only on the app.
Like the one that you're using to watch Housewives on?
I think so.
Because you should start watching it because usually it's like a recap of the show and they'll have like one of the housewives on
Yeah, I can.
and they give like light to certain things that were said on the show, and it's like what we do. We recap it the next day. But it's good. I don't watch it every night. I usually just watch it if we're watching Jersey and like Teresa's on or Melissa's on or Margaret's on, I'll watch it to see what they say afterwards.
20 seasons.
So you get it. So more stuff for you to watch. Oh, good Lord. Your
Now I
poor
get why
husband.
they have BravoCon and all that stuff. People are probably way into this. Way more than
Oh, well, you don't see a TLC con, do you? I mean, well, we see TLC cons every day, but not like a real, not a real like event.
not even like a
So let's get to the last
triangle
part
of truth
show.
ding.
where Tamra and Tamra and Gina and Emily are talking about Shannon and how
That was so funny.
Tamra should approach them, and like I don't know how none of them saw, and
Emily did, and she was trying to give like signals, but they weren't catching on. That was hilarious. She was like, what were you doing? Well, I came around the back because I wanted to see what kind of food was here.
And Tamra was like, the first rule we broke, I think it was Tamra saying, you don't eat by the food because
don't talk near the food, don't eat by the food, don't talk near the food.
Shannon's always, you're gonna see this. Shannon's always by the food. Like I want another nacho, and Shannon always is like lurking by the food to get some
Is she
food.
or is she always in the alcohol? Because I'm also noticing that.
Shannon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
She's a drinker.
Nothing wrong with that. Hey. But and then there's when there's a hot buffet, that's the last place you want to talk about people because Shannon's always
like I mean, not to the point of Sonia sticking lobster in her bag, or was that Ramona?
No, that was Ramona. Ramona.
Yeah.
What? They did that on television?
That was it.
Yeah. It was at Bethany's Hampton's house. And
no, it wasn't.
It wasn't
Luann's,
from a restaurant. It was from someone's home.
It was a Hamptons party, and they all have houses in the Hamptons. And I think it was Luann's house, and Ramona went there just to go there to save face. And then Ramona like had her big her big bag, and she was just throwing fresh lobster,
like a whole lobster. It's like, girl.
That was Housewives of New York, but they fired all of them. So don't worry about that, MTT. But if there's a hot buffet somewhere, you don't want to talk about Shannon because Shannon's there lurking. She's like.
It's like one of the few shows that actually shows people eating.
What were you doing?
I'm being Shannon.
It is. It's one of OC is one of the few franchises that you actually see them eating.
I do not like hearing people chew.
And that's primarily why they don't show them eating, is because you can't really hear them chewing.
Probably because that's when they talk the most.
Right.
One of my favorite gifts I love to use on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Is Shannon eating a nacho?
Oh, gifts. I thought you meant like a gift. Did she like?
Oh my God. So again, listen, look. This was season, there's Lydia. You don't know who Lydia is yet. There's Lydia. There's Lydia and Tamra talking, and there's Shannon in the background from the hot buffet eating food and listening. Like she's always by the goddamn food. I'm not kidding you.
So she's the nosy neighbor.
She's like Mrs. Achmonic from Alf. You ever watch Alf? Like the one that was like always.
Yeah.
Oh, Shannon. She's a character.
She is.
And the look on Tamra's face when they're busted, Tamra's like,
like, oh my God. And it was so funny how like they all left her standing there. They all departed. And she was
Emily's like, I think I have to take a shower. I gotta go.
Out of here.
That was funny.
Emily's like, I gotta go take the bar exam again. Bye.
Gina's like, I think my house is on fire. I don't know. I gotta leave. Like it was they couldn't get out of there fast enough. And like for the first, this was like a tame episode. For like the first, it really was. There wasn't that much to like pick apart.
Yeah. I think Jersey was like the only franchise thus far as really like came out of the gate. Like their episode, they had like one or two that were like, but like their episodes this year.
This last season of Jersey, I think by far was the absolute best season of Jersey that was ever on.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And one of the best seasons of Housewives that was ever on. I think
Yes.
the best season of Housewives was Beverly Hills when Erica was going through like the Tom Girardi mess. That was like I had the white stuff on the corners of my mouth, waiting, salivating for the next episode to show. But you will get MTT Beverly
Tom
Hills.
hanging from a
Okay,
tree.
calm
The,
down.
swi- the switchback.
I can't.
Oh,
I
I'm
have to go
sorry.
one at a time, or I'm gonna get mixed up. There's too many players in these shows.
Now, MTT, you have not met Taylor yet. So Taylor is going to be a friend to the show on OC, but Taylor started out on Beverly Hills like for like the first 3 seasons. I think Taylor was on.
Yeah.
Was that 3?
Yeah.
I thought it was more.
And God, she was. I don't know why they decided to bring her back as a friend on this season.
She's changed
So
a lot.
she was
And I
on
noticed it on
Beverly-
the girls' trip.
No,
Her first husband ended up
Oh,
committing.
he
Yeah.
died by
Yeah.
S.
Yes,
And that happened while she was. I think you.
while she was filming.
A month after
Or
she
they
filed for
filmed
divorce.
shortly after.
MTT, how do you know this about
I am
Taylor?
looking at the People article like I told
Oh
you.
my goodness.
That article is full of the dirt and everything you need to know. If
But,
you
like-
don't know, that's where you need to go. Because I was like, who
So
are
like
these people?
Emily and Taylor are tight. That's like their connection.
Sorry.
It's okay.
No,
Give her-
and like
give her
I
two.
thought Taylor sucked on Girls Trip too. I'm sorry. All she did was
I don't
fight
know.
with Brandy when she was drunk because she couldn't let that go from like decades ago when her and Brandy got into a fight and that. So I don't know. Hopefully Taylor delivers for the first time in her Real Housewives history. We'll see.
We'll see. Oh, new graphics for Atlanta. I just noticed that.
Give me 1
Uh-oh.
second.
1 second. Uh-oh, something happened at the Yates household. But I mean, it started out. Yes, that's Taylor.
As soon as I seen you write that, Barbie, it like the picture popped in my head, and I was like, oh.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah, so Taylor, we'll see how that works. I think she's gonna suck like she always does. And that's it. I can't wait to see Vicky back. I cannot wait for
He was driving a Mini.
Tamra.
Yes, make sure we like, support, super chats. They're not expected, always appreciated.
please. Send them now.
Venmo, PayPal, Apple Pay, carrier pigeon. Always
Could
appreciate.
you imagine if a pigeon just showed up on your window with a little note?
like peck, peck, peck.
I'd be like, are we in
Listen,
the-
Harry. Harry Potter owls. I accept owls.
I love owls.
So listen, we
Good time.
Oh my
Did you see that Harry Potter thing I sent to you the other day? Did you even look?
No.
Rude. I got this thing in the mail. There's a random letter from the Bradford Exchange Company, and they're putting out a Harry Potter train set. And I got this whole big pamphlet, and I took pictures and sent it to you. Anyways, it's on
Where?
NDA.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
Hold on.
My dog's being extra needy.
Instantly,
right
when
now.
I hear Harry Potter, I instantly think of you.
Oh!
I don't know anybody else that.
Ew, hippity bippity. Ew, it's the Hogwarts Express.
Oh, Teresa.
Oh, can
And I got like a
look
whole
at-
letter and everything.
How did you get this letter? And how come I didn't?
I don't know, because it's in Canada.
Oh, because like you're like loyal to like the crown, like so
Ooh,
you get them, and I
kinky up.
know, like whatever.
No, I think I signed up for this sample thing through the internet that a girlfriend of mine and I think signed me up for, and I think I got it because of that.
They should make that like on a Lego set, like the Hogwarts Express. That would be super cool.
They don't already have them.
I want the whole
I
train
don't think so.
sitting in my yard.
That is very cool, though. Not gonna
I
lie.
want the whole train in my yard. Is that what you said?
I want the train that
I-
they actually
no,
travel
I
on
want-
in my front yard.
I want the Silver Spoons train that like you can ride like,
There's
around your
some
living room. Remember
crazy
Silver
people-
Spoons?
Yes,
People that have
I remember
converted
that.
entire rooms to this Harry Potter person.
Oh, trust me. if we had an entire room that I could do Harry Potter, I would.
I cannot get you a house big enough.
We did in our last house. We had like a room for it because we had the room, but not these days. No,
House like that anymore.
very selective on what we have to show here.
I can't give you 14 rooms anymore.
So are you all gonna watch 90 Day Fiance?
Yes, and
Well, I
Atlanta's
am
on tonight
now
too.
because of the Amanda thing.
Well,
Yeah.
and then tomorrow night, like if you guys didn't watch the live from last night, we had on Julie, who tried to
Yeah,
be.
I didn't watch it. You want to know why? Because I didn't even know you were live. And I even texted you during when you were live, and you didn't even message me back and say, "Hey, ding dong, I'm live right now."
Because I was live and paying
texted
attention
me.
to my show. That's why.
It's
Yeah.
like
I fell asleep
when
during
I
it.
woke up this morning and I
Wonderful.
See
What great
live.
what great compliments I'm getting from my
No, no,
panel
no.
here on this one.
Well, literally, we were talking, and you got the message from the person, and you talk, and I was like, "John, let me go. You go talk to that
Yeah.
person." And then I didn't hear from you again, and then I
Yeah, the
watching
antibiotics that I'm
OC,
taking like
and then
wipe
I,
me out.
paused it, and then all of a sudden I text you that, and then in the morning I realized I'm a freaking boathead, and he was live during that. I was like, as if
But I did watch it today. It was very good, very insightful.
it's
Well, that was
crazy.
not my original guest last night. It was supposed to be. Well, that interview is still on hold. We're gonna do that one.
Okay.
But I'm happy with how that worked out. And I don't like Emily. Emily. Well, I'm on the fence with Emily, but Amanda. With that, we're gonna have to watch now in 15 minutes. I invited Julie to come up tomorrow night when we discuss the show and give her thoughts on the whole Emily story, because I don't believe that Emily's
Amanda?
making this up at all.
Isn't her name
Her
Amanda?
husband clearly died,
Oh,
Amanda?
the
Amanda?
Amanda, yeah.
Yeah,
the
you
one-
said
Emily.
Emily.
Well, I did at first because we're
Okay.
OC, and I had to, I didn't switch the thing in my head fast enough. It's just so weird how it's an identical story.
That
Yeah.
blew my mind when you first told me, and I was like, "You gotta let me go. Go talk. Don't just let that sit there. Go talk to that person."
And I did.
It's true.
And then you missed it
Yeah.
I know,
But it was
because I didn't know
great
that
on the
there was any
replay.
follow-through.
because you were too busy watching Orange County, which I can't get mad at you for because you were doing your homework. So
Yeah.
there you go. But
So what's the schedule this week? We're gonna do
so Monday night will be Monday night, my town during the summer. It just started and it's already a free for all. Monday night, tomorrow night at 9, we'll be doing 90 Day Fiance.
Okay.
And then Tuesday night, what do we usually do on Tuesdays? Well, Jersey's on Tuesday nights. That'll be part 3 of the reunion.
So when are we gonna
you-
do Atlanta? You're frozen.
I'm frozen.
You're
No,
bed.
you are.
You're fine now.
Oh, we're gonna do Jersey Wednesday night at 9, like we've been doing.
Well,
Okay.
don't forget that we have our stripper pole lessons.
Right,
on
there's that.
Wednesday.
That's on OnlyFans though, babe.
Oh,
So,
okay.
it's not for you. No, that's
I
maybe.
thought Jersey was
No.
finished.
We're not doing that.
Yeah. Jersey
social
finishes
media
out
stuff?
Tuesday.
So, and then OC's on Wednesday nights, correct?
I think so.
Okay, so
And that plays at 8:00. So Thursdays do OC or Friday? Don't do it the same day because I won't watch it when it plays on TV. Not gonna lie. Oh,
so
You're lucky I can't read lips.
I know, right? I'm like,
that is
what
also
did he
Cody.
say?
Sorry. Maybe we could do Atlanta Tuesday night. And
Now, are we catching up on Atlanta or are we just going to do that episode? Or a mix-ish of both?
we could do the episode that just aired.
Okay.
And I don't expect people to take notes for the first 5 or 6 episodes that we missed. So we'll just take notes on the one that's
Okay.
airing in 10 minutes. And then I actually
Are
watched.
you expecting me to take notes when I do OC?
No, I got it.
Thank God.
I was unprepared. Usually I take notes as well.
No, I got it. I got it. Well, I knew that you. I told you. I'm like, I'll take notes for you, girl. I got you. So, and then I actually watched the whole Vanderpump, the whole 3-part reunion on that one. So I have a couple of things to say about that.
If you watch it on Peacock,
I
because
did.
they
Oh, I
give-
did. Oh, I did. Oh, I
Oh,
did.
because
Oh
they
my
give
God.
the extended.
There's no
Uncensored
filter.
version.
I mean, like you hear everything on it.
Oh yeah.
If you
No,
like,
like,
if you have
beeping out?
Peacock, watch all your reunions and stuff like that on Peacock because you hear everything. They don't like
Yeah.
filter anything out. Nothing's bleeped. I mean, like it's graphic.
Yeah.
It's graphic. So there's a lot going on. So for sure, tomorrow night will be at 9 a day, and then for sure Wednesday night will be Jersey Part 3, and then we'll figure
there's a
out.
part
and then
3.
and then Thursday night will be Orange County,
Okay.
and then we'll fill in the gaps.
Okay.
You know where they
You
are.
take notes.
I really enjoyed that day that you read that book.
Oh,
It was
Did
a
you like
horrible
that?
book selection, but you know.
You
You
thought
were
it was
with us?
horrible?
Oh my God, it was so depressing.
Wicked, come on. That was the whole point. It was
It
laugh at
was.
everything
No,
it
it was-
said. You
but
weren't
it's
supposed to
like,
take it that
yeah.
literal.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was like, no, my mental health can't take this. Sorry, John, I love you, but I can't do this
Aw.
book.
I thought it was hilarious. Like I just liked it.
Even when I talked to my sister and she called me, she was like, "Oh my God, what's the name of that book? I need to buy it now." Like, you listen, either like you got the book or you didn't.
I think I was the one who didn't get it.
Yeah, there's no like medium place with that. Like, but
Oh, I
I was-
realized it was purely satirical. You know?
oh yeah, and I just felt it was appropriate at the moment,
It
so
was.
that's why I read it.
Did someone send you the book, or did you
No,
just pick this book?
no. I've had that book for years.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I've had that book since before I met Cody. I like weird
See.
books like that. Like, I see a weird book and like I buy it. I don't know.
But I did ask him, I was like, do you always buy books like that, John?
I think I got it from like Urban Outfitters. Like, Urban Outfitters has like like that weird section, like they have like a book display and like
It's like the
Gotcha.
toilet bowl, like the bathroom books, you know?
yeah, it's just and like the book cover said "You are worthless," and I'm like, what's this about? And I'm like, this is great, Just when when you're feeling horrible at yourself, you read that and you're like, wow, okay, I'll feel worse. I don't know. I'm like, I'm the type of guy that will like, make myself watch Beaches just to cry, or
You gotta watch A Walk to Remember if you want to cry.
Stepmom,
That
that'll make you
was
cry.
sad.
A good crying movie. Joy
You know
Luck
what,
Club.
John? We have it's 7:52.
All right, thank you. So MTC, before we hang up, what did you think of your first interactive Housewives panelist experience?
This isn't bad. I honest to God thought that I wouldn't be able to follow, but every time you spoke of something, it like triggered the memory of me watching it, and I was able to like flow along. So I don't think I have to take notes like you do because it's your panel.
I'm just a geek. I mean, I admit it.
I think I have a hard time veering off of the subject a little bit, but like you said, you do it too, and everybody does it. So,
Everybody does it. I mean, I
think
go-
I might enjoy talking about it because I really enjoyed watching it. And for all those that have not watched it, I say give it a try because I always told John I'm TLC. Like, I watch TLC. I'm a TLC show person. I watch so many of the TLC shows. Like, I used to watch like all the home improvement shows, and that was my jam before. Like arts
Trading
and crafts.
Spaces.
You should
Yes.
watch Shiny Happy People. It was really good.
Oh, I did
It's
watch
good.
that. That's why I actually got Prime Video, was to be able to watch that because that's where that played. And then
It's about the
you started
Duggars.
talking about watching OC, and then the chat was like, yeah, do OC. And I was like, well, now I want to know what it's about too, because I watched a clip. That's how it started. I watched a clip and I was like, oh, I know who Heather is because I watched her husband's show. So I was like, I'm
Yes.
going to watch that. I'll watch it. And then funny thing though, I watched episode 1 of last season and thought it was the new season by accident when I first clicked on it. So I went back and watched this season's episode, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back and watch the season before, just so I can like learn these people better instead of just the one episode. So I watched the whole season, and I was into it. Like I kept.
And last season was rancid. I yelled at you. I'm like, oh my god, why'd you watch that season? That was horrible.
Yeah. Danielle was a bit much.
I have nothing to compare it to. So
or no, Noelle rather, not Danielle.
Noella.
Oh, she was awful,
and that's why she lasted one season. That's it. She was.
I'm surprised she didn't get demoted to friend halfway through.
And Dr. Jen also horrendous. I mean, they were both.
Well, I liked Dr. Jen's like as a person, but I didn't think she was suited for the chaos of this show. She doesn't seem like so much of a gossiper and as the rest is what I got from that. The Noella girl though is like an opportunist.
She was rancid.
Like that's it. And then I didn't like her at all. I didn't like anything.
Now MTT, you have to go down the Twitter rabbit hole and like start like typing the hashtags in to see what people have said about.
So every episode.
I'm telling you, Bravo is so much better than TLC.
So who do I have to follow on Twitter to know?
I started doing this, and I know we have like 5 minutes left before the show starts, but like I started doing this, like live tweeting Housewives, and then then Satan came to me and said.
So I go hashtag.
Please sign your name in blood, and I'll give you access to all the 90-day cast members. I'm like, okay, Satan, you nice horns, you seem cool, and that's what happened. But it just, I think we can all agree that 90 Day is getting more and more and more ridiculous, and
it's not even like remotely believable.
This is her, the Noella girl.
That's Noella. Yeah, she's horrible.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
But and Housewives is like another reality show, and it's produced, right? So, but it's not.
Like, I don't know about other people, but if you got into the reality TV genre, it's because you liked reality. You wanted to watch real, not produced, fake, whatever. So like 90 Day Fiance has become so scripted and so fake that it just turns everybody off from it. So seeing
and they've had 19 different spin-offs.
No, it's way more than that. It's like 35.
You're doing a show of the cast watching Pillow Talk. I'm like, really?
And then remember, when it was 90 Cast Strikes Back, and that's
the one I'm talking about. Where they're watching
now. I just watched it.
They're critiquing the people who are critiquing them.
They're just not on a bed. They're in a studio watching.
And it's like 90 Day Fiance. Twitter people strike back against cast member who strike back against Twitter people who strike back about what was shown on the show. Strike back. Dumb. Pillow Talk edition. And Pillow Talk. Do we really watch Jibri and Miona and oh God, Bilal and Shaida? Oh God, no, horrible.
Although John, the one from Mr. Sparkles, he is hysterical.
Who is John?
It's
what's his name's brother?
Patrick's brother. Yeah, he was like Mr. Sparkles.
I haven't watched Pillow Talk since the first season it was on.
He's worth it to watch it because he is just so funny.
I like Annie and Roberts. And that's pretty much it. I can't see Tim and Veronica, on there. It's like, oh my God, Tim, this is crazy. But it's fine. Okay, so I got 2 minutes. So I know everyone wants to watch the show. We'll see you tomorrow night to recap this train wreck that we're about to watch. Woo-hoo! And MTT, you'll be back on at least Thursday night.
Thursday for sure. I will commit to OC only.
Okay, and then wait, because when you start watching Beverly Hills, you're gonna be like, I need to be on that one too. You'll see.
Beverly Hills isn't gonna be later in the year. We'll have a break because the new season of New York is going to be in July. So,
we're not watching that.
And we're not watching that.
Care.
So when does this Beverly Hills start?
Not till I thought they said November, December.
And
Oh,
I'm not
Retro.
gonna watch New York. I'm not
So
gonna
the
have to
peer
learn about
pressure
6
won't
new
happen for a
people.
while.
Don't care. Like
Yeah.
that's why when they start new franchises like Salt Lake City, I tried getting into it, but I couldn't. I tried with Dubai and I couldn't. I might try Miami because I liked Alexia and
Yes.
Marisol on Girls Trip, so I might give that one a chance.
Okay.
But I'm definitely not going to watch New York, so you don't have to worry about covering that or watching the old ones. And it would not make sense for you to watch the old ones because they fired everybody and started
Yeah.
from scratch. So
You're fired.
you're fired.
You're fired. You're fired.
All right, it's 7:59. Guys, have a great night. I will see you tomorrow.
Well,
Bye,
bye,
everyone.
guys.
Good night.
Love you guys.